Hello everyone, my name is Jared Freeborn, one of the owners here at Black Square Financial, and I've been in the structured settlement industry for just over a decade now. I wanted to take this approach because I'm realizing that a lot of people are looking to get that face-to-face, or at least put a face to the name when it comes to discussing their structured settlement. Another thing I'm realizing is many of my clients that I speak to are not educated at all when it comes to the policy itself, as well as what they can do with that policy. A lot of people are thinking that you cannot make alterations to the policy at all. This is because that the documents have standard language in there that implies that you cannot make changes to the policy. However, you are able to make alterations through court-ordered approval, which means a judge needs to approve that transaction as in the best interest of the policyholder for their protection. With that being said, it does not always make sense for policyholders to make changes to the policy. It is case-by-case basis, and my firm does our best to make sure that we only help policyholders make alterations if it puts them in a much better financial position. This is dependent on where the money is going as it comes in, and of course, the cost of living in general. However, it's undeniable that nobody could have predicted where we would be today. The economy is really in the worst position it's been in a very long time. Cost of living is skyrocketed, and a lot of people are not able to keep up with their bills. So with that being said, we realize that in certain scenarios, there are avenues you could take to restructure the policy, make a bit of a change, and use a portion to find an avenue to put you in a better position. Now, every person's circumstances are different, and as I mentioned before, this is case by case. However, the best way to understand our policyholders' circumstances and situations is to have an in-depth conversation. I took this approach because I understand that a lot of people are visual, right? They want to make sure that they're not talking to someone that is a potential scammer or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to do this to allow you to see my face and who I am as a person. And of course, you could also look up my firm, which has a very good reputation. Again, Black Square Financial. We're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And of course, we try to do the best business that we possibly can every single time. With that being said, this is not a one-size-fits-all type of scenario. My goal is to have a future conversation with policyholders and go over everything from A to Z on what the policy means for them and how it could be set up in a much better way if it can be. At the end of the day, this is a no strings attached type of situation. If it does not make sense, I will be the first one to tell you because, again, it has to be court-ordered approved by a judge. So if we don't present something that makes sense, I'm wasting my time and your time, and I do not want to do that. Here's what I recommend. I recommend that you take the time to schedule a Zoom with me. On that Zoom, I could do an in-depth review of your policy and fully break down what you can do with it. This way, I could screen share and show you the potential avenues you could take rather than just talking your ear off on the phone. Aside from that, you're going to be able to read my body language and make virtual eye contact. I know that could be a bit weird, but it's better than just a phone call, right? So there's no strings attached. Reach out to me today. Let's talk about your policy and see if there's an avenue that we could put in place to put you in a better position and protect you for the long term. I thank you for your time. Again, my name is Jared Freeborn. My firm is called Black Square Financial. Thank you so much. Have a great day.